Good morning. Welcome to another episode of Monday ReTsene with Pretoria Psychologists. My name is Ayanda Molema. I am a social worker by profession, but I'm currently studying psychology. And on today's episode, we will be talking about young people and mental health. You know, people from the ages of 18 to 35 years are going through a lot of pressure and a lot of stress in life because this is a period where we are trying to build our careers. We are trying to build our relationships. This is a time where, as young people, we are trying to build our own lives apart from that of which our parents have already built for us. Now, we always have this checklist, this list of the things that we want to achieve as young people. I want to finish matric, tick. After matric, I'm going to university, tick. After university, I'm going straight into the labor force. I will get a job, tick. After a job, I will get married, tick. After getting married, I will have children, tick. And buy so many cars, These are the ideologies that we have in our heads as young people. These are the things we want to achieve. But we must understand that life does not happen in that manner or in that order. If it does happen to you, perfect, great. That's a win for, it's a cherry on top actually. But life has other plans. Some people get pregnant before they can finish school, Others are privileged enough that after university, they get a job. Others will stay unemployed for the longest of time, Others, when their peers are getting married and having families, they are not in the same boat as them. They don't get pregnant or they are not getting married, So life is not progressing as they had thought it would initially. Now, what happens if life does not go according to the checklist that we have placed for ourselves? We start becoming prone to mental problems like depression, like anxieties. You start feeling the pressure, that things are not going as you had thought they would go. And when you experience some of these things, us as young people, we even resort to alcohol and drugs as a way of handling these stresses, as a way of handling these problems. And then we get your substance-induced mental problems, As young people, we must understand that this life is not as simple as we think it's going to be. The checklist that we had planned for ourselves, it won't go as you initially thought. What we need to learn is to be resilient. What we need to learn is to go back to the drawing board if things didn't go as you had planned for them to go. You go back to the drawing board. Failures and setbacks, they are not something to take in and say you failed in life. What you need to do is to be resilient. What you need to do is to go back to the drawing board to say, I had thought that when I finish matric, this and this is going to happen, but it didn't happen. What is plan B? You need to have that powerful mindset to say, what is plan B? What is it that I can do? It's easier said than done, I know. But if you have the right support structure, if you have the right people to talk to vent out your feelings, your frustrations, your emotions, then you will be better able to handle some of these stressors that we are going through as young people. It's not easy to say, plan B. But if you have somebody to vent out your feelings to, your frustrations to, it will be easier to say, okay, I failed here. What is it that I can do next? If this didn't work, what is it that I can do next? Because life for us is not on a silver platter. Some of us have to work for everything from scratch. Some of our peers, they have it on a silver platter. Parents are rich. When they're out of university, they're already into the labor force. They have trust funds. They have all of these. But some of us, we don't have them. There's this thing we call black tax. When we are done with school, we need to go back home because home, there's nobody who's working. Now you become the breadwinner. You become somebody that the family relies on, And if you want to compare your life to this one that has everything on a silver platter, then we have a problem because we are going to try and live up to societal pressures and standards that the society places on us, forgetting that we are from different backgrounds, forgetting that we have different needs, forgetting that we are not the same. you know. So if we put pressure based on what we see on Instagram, based on what we see on Facebook, then we are prone to that depression. We are prone to those anxieties because we place so much weight, burden on our shoulders to please people even, you know, not even just yourself. What will people say? Abantu bazothini, batho batla reng. Those are the things we put pressure on ourselves with. What do those people have to give to you for you to try and please them? You know, what I'm encouraging from young people is to live your life as it comes, you know, accept it as it comes. If you need to go back to the drawing board, do that. If you need to reroute your plans, do that, you know. And if you feel like now it's too much. Now it's too much. Take, for example, HP. HP was under so much pressure. And during one of his interviews, he indicated that he did not get gigs anymore. So it was difficult for him to support the family. What did he do? He committed suicide. What did Ricky Rick do? He committed suicide. If you feel it's too much now, the weight on your shoulder is heavy to bear, ask help. If you need to see a social worker, see a social worker. If you need to see a psychologist, see a psychologist. But do not let this particular pressure weigh you so down that suicide is the only solution to those particular problems. As young people, these are our thoughts that if I end it all, you will have ended all those problems. Ask for help if you need to be helped. If your feelings are too much, ask for help. Let us not resort to alcohol and drugs because they are never the solution. Tomorrow when you are sober, you'll still be unemployed. What will have changed in that situation? You become a junkie, you become an addict, and life goes all the way down, you know. So let us learn to be resilient. Let us learn to ask for help when we need help. Let us learn to have plan B in life, you know, and be those resilient young people. Life is not on a silver platter. Some of us have to grind to have whatever it is that we have. Others have it on a silver platter. Do not compare your situation to others because it's never the same. Do not put pressure because of what you see on Facebook and Instagram. Those are filters. Those are filtered. They are filters. You know, and the life that they live, you don't know how they got to Dubai, who they went to Dubai with. You understand? So do not put pressure on yourself based on some of those things. Be strong enough to work hard for whatever it is that you want. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Monday ReTsene. I will see you on the next one. Thank you.